guys know Dr. John Bendernagel?
Bendernagel?
No. Courtney, no?
He was one of the first provincial game biologists.
Oh, yeah.
Sasquatch enthusiast. You guys know anything about that topic?
Miles does.
Oh, yes.
I haven't heard your story, Miles. I've been wanting to
You
ask
gotta
you
watch
about
his
that.
video.
You got a video?
Does it become a sensitive topic?
Oh, well, just so you know, if you've got any troubles with talking about it, I've seen them 4 times.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Really?
go.
But I've been spending 120 days straight in the Rockies for 20 years.
Where did you see them?
First time I saw them was in Vancouver Island at 17.
Wow. Whereabouts?
If you would believe where it was where the frickin' power lines cross the Sasquatch Inlet. You know those power lines go across Sasquatch Inlet?
Yeah.
Then my grandfather, who flew a bomber in the war and was the head safety guy at the Victoria Dutch shipyards, he seen one just up here, head of San Juan River, broad daylight, timber cruising for the government, sunny July afternoon. I got a video of one on my phone.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got a trade these those. What do you got?
Yeah.
Mine's on YouTube. So it's not mine's on YouTube. It's not on my phone.
Well, I have a big online thing on the go. You get like 5-7 million hits a month. I started off with just trying to promote outdoor knowledge, and then everybody's just bugging the shit out of me. Come on, you must have seen a Bigfoot. You had to see the Sasquatch. I'm like, I need to crack this open online like I need a hole in my head. But then when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, so my grandfather climbed in a sheet metal tube full of bombs, flew over Germany to save everybody's ass here, and he died scared of everybody here for ridicule because of what he saw. That's not right. He didn't ask to see it, but he was scared to talk about it. So I'm like, F everybody. Yeah, I seen one. You don't like it? I don't care. Didn't ask for it. Nobody's big enough to allow me to change my story. So since then, I started. Then I realized how many people are harboring the truth, and I've been reading people's emails sent in for 2 years now. I've got over 20,000 emails
Of their
from fighter
experiences?
pilots to fish and game officers to cops.
Of their experiences.
Yeah, I got photographs, videos from a guy in the military with a thermal camera. And then another friend of mine who investigated for the FBI, he got paid to investigate the topic, ended up in the Hooper Reservation, Northern California, and he's responsible for obtaining over 110 DNA samples.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But people,
what happened?
meanwhile, most people think DNA is a rock band or something, right?
Not us. The
Yeah.
biologists.
So what did you see? Did you see one or videotape one or what happened?
I don't know those. It's Amish.
Oh, whereabouts?
Trick radio.
Was that you?
Yeah.
That was you? No shit. So how long are you guys on top there? How'd you get there? What's the story?
I go mountaineering with my buddy. And
So there's no way you guys just could have ripped down there?
no, it was like vertical 500 meters. Not meters, 500 foot cliff face. In hindsight, we should have, but we could have gone around. But by the time we got down there, it would have just been tracks, which we should have checked anyway. But
Yeah, that
it
would've
wasn't. We didn't really. It wasn't at the time. We didn't think it was anything other than just some idiot hiker. So it wasn't until after we jumped and thought about it in the truck back home that we kind of thought. That was weird.
Oh, you didn't have any glasses with you?
No, it was like a little point shoot camera from 2007.
Oh shit! I can't believe that was you. That's hilarious. So what'd you think about the topic before you guys filmed that thing?
I mean, I've never not thought it was possible. Jane Goodall's a believer, and then I found a 200-pound sail, what's it called? Sail in Vietnam. So I mean, that's a 200-pound mammal that went undiscovered until 1981.
Yeah. Actually, there's shit's gone leaps and bounds since naming Jane Goodall or Bio. It's a little bit more than an animal. But I got a thermal video of one on here. I haven't been given permission to share it online yet.
This is on YouTube?
I'll show you guys. No, I can't. He's a military guy, and they're not supposed to share anything that they see. But here's right here. And you can't fake a thermal, right? Keep watching.
This is from a helicopter.
Yeah, military. Watching. forget. I can't remember if it's in the States or in Afghanistan because I've got some other guys that we all got some pilots that fly those.
Pretty forced.
Things moving pretty good. One day we'll give you a question to share about the but
Do you have any of your own things?
pardon me.
Do you have any of your own?
I got so many photographs and pictures of tracks and faces. It's stupid. I got hundreds and hundreds. But now it's to the point for me. It's like, all right. There's no. I mean, I've seen the damn things. I've heard them. Found the tracks. Been screamed at. Why are we being lied to? That's my big
They
mystery.
screamed at you? Screamed at you?
Yeah.
Really?
What they sound like?
It's not a pleasant sound.
Really? Eh?
You heard the tree thing?
Yeah, well, yeah, I heard that. But I just don't understand why we're being lied to.
Yeah, that's what I
I don't
want.
think
Why?
anyone's intentionally lying. I think it's just people are super skeptical.
But why would
It's a joke.
so-called, the people in authority?
Well, the Fish and Game.
Well, Bindernagel was a provincial game biologist.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
probably the only provincial authority on the topic we ever had.
I've met up with him a couple times. He's a super nice guy.
He didn't
Intelligent
get a
guy.
lot. He didn't get a lot of respect, I think, because he was just too early. But that was in the 50s and 60s. I think that's when he was really working with the province. And back then, I think it was just too much of a fringe topic.
Yeah. Well, the U.S. Fish and Game, they are said to flat out deny it. Period.
Same with the state recognized as an endemic species.
Do they?
It's on their provincial list.
Is it really, eh?
Like large animals.
Well, same as Ogopogo was for a while on the provincial.
No shit.
Yeah, except that it said large, not salmonid, large fish, not a salmonid, I think.
Oh.
Something like that. I don't know if it's still on it. Yes, yeah, it was. Somebody put it on the list. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just gonna back the boat up
Yeah.
a bit. We're getting in close to the shore again.
Yeah, there's a definite story all about that.
So you guys haven't come across people firsthand that have seen him?
No, I haven't.
It's not a coffee conversation piece either.
No, it's not. Until you get slapped in the face with the reality of it, and then you can't avoid it. It's like a sentence. But
So was your experience a negative one or positive one or indifferent?
well, I was only like 17 years old, and I bow hunted by myself. And it was September evening. You know when the sky's clear and it's hot out, but now it's dark enough, just the timber's a black silhouette.
Right.
And this thing, every hair in my body was standing on end, didn't know why. And this thing was on a rock about 15 meters from me, looking down like he knew I was coming, sitting there looking at me. So it was a long walk out of the forest.
I bet.
But there's a lot of people who, I guess, suggest that they're, responsible for a number of missing people. In
Well-
parks and stuff. But I mean, whether there's any tie with it, who knows? But I just wonder what your gut tells you if you felt like it was a not a safe environment to be in, versus just like how you'd encounter a bear, where it's obviously you're worried about your safety, but not terrified.
Yeah. Well, a friend of mine, a friend of the man, his name is David Pilatus. He does the Missing 411. You heard of him? Yeah, we talk probably weekly. And it's definitely not Sasquatch. And Dave's actually the guy who's responsible for the 110 DNA samples.
I figured. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of weird topics going on in life that are just not being taught or talked about.
So you say this guy in California that you talked to, he thinks that these missing people are because of Sasquatch?
No, he
No.
says they're not.
It's not.
And he says in all the years in investigating it, not one researcher's gone missing or been harmed. And I had some recent First Nations elders over to the house talking about it, who grew up right over here. And they had a lot of information on it. And they said they weren't taught to fear them either.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of indigenous groups that have, especially in BC. That have
So
some
is the Sasquatch tied up with the wild man of the forest?
Same
Is that-
thing, yeah.
It was the same thing, yeah. Because I have a mask of that from Alert Bay.
Same being. They're definitely not a
Same
monkey
being.
they're not a monkey or a gorilla.
the logo for Chehalis.
Yeah. Yeah, that video of yours, they sure got a lot. It got pretty popular.
Yeah, that's silly. Paid for a couple backpacks. So.
Where'd you guys come in from to hike up there?
Just the scrambles route, off the Squamish Valley and then up.
Oh yeah.
What were the results of the DNA?
It's 95% human female mitochondrial, and the male side is unknown. Not on the database yet.
Yeah, 95% human, so it's a hominid of some sort. 'Cause
Yeah.
I mean, isn't chimp is, we have 98%, don't we? Share the same DNA.
Human female is the female side. Modern human female. It's a crazy topic, especially when you dive into that rabbit hole for a while.
Mhm.
And then especially when you start getting emails from very credible people, it gets real interesting.
Mm.